Many men today in the world where the immediate materialist philosophy prevails in which we live believe that death is the absolute end of everything, that everything ends there definitively. Physics, and the universe, by the way it works, directly contradicts this idea every day. Physics is quite materialistic. With this part, physics agrees, but physics cannot agree that a death is a unique absolute event, a definitive fact that can only occur once in the universe, or that the universe or physics is prevented from repeating it for any reason. In the eternal universe in which we live, life can never be contained. As the universe is eternal, we are also eternal here in the same way, always within the universe where we are. Within a universe that is unique, eternal, and where physics is unalterable, always working in the same way through infinite repetitions, for a man to believe that a death has something absolute, definitive, it is clear that he does not know how the environment works where he is. Common sense nowadays accepts with extreme suspicion the idea that there is life after death. A large part of people even suspecting that everything ends when you die, by tradition, fear or custom accepts an idea in which very little believes, to wait for a life that will come after death. But according to physics, we all have a soul, in a certain way. My poodle has a soul. What is our soul physically speaking? Our soul is our default blueprint, our DNA, our engineering. It is what we are for all eternity, and that physics eternally insists on repeating. One movement, endless and eternal. If we were a house, our soul would be the blueprint, the house project. The perspective on everything, the way of seeing things, changes radically when you are aware that you are eternal. The way we relate to life, our anxieties, our scale of values about reality changes when we have the wisdom, the knowledge, the information that we are eternal. On second thought, it would be a gigantic universal injustice to kill or die too soon without giving to the living being any other chances or any hope. The universe is not unfair. It may be locally unequal but never universally unfair. Being eternal and infinite, the universe is very powerful but always locally limited. The universe can do everything that respects physics generally. The way we are inside the universe, the way how we function physically, prevents our end. The eternity of the universe is what determines this. The exact proportionality always present between all concepts and laws of physics leads to this. The harmony of physics and the universe determines this. To believe that our consciences only live for a few moments would be to greatly underestimate the spectacular power of the cosmos. Total, infinite existence is more just. The fact that all our memories are erased from time to time teaches us that we should not cling to anything. Be less materialistic. The only consistent way for a living being to be eternal is for it to always be the same as it already is today. An individual who changes its characteristics after death would no longer be himself. Would be another, to be different than it is. In being another, he would not be himself. He, therefore, would not be eternal. The only way to be eternal is to always be like ourselves. We are always equal to ourselves. We will always be what we are. Does not exist the time of the universe as Einstein showed. There is no the clock of the universe. There is no absolute time that is the time standard that is more correct, truer, more accurate than the others, relative, local. There are only local and relative times. These having different rhythms from each other and that only work locally in the universe are eternal. We say that local time begins and ends, that it is subdivided, that it has divisions, in hours, seconds, etc. But these subdivisions are not a physical reality, they are just an imposition of our convention. Just as empty space is continuous, the motions that give rise to time by comparison are also continuous through empty space. And time is too. If we want to, we can extend the local times infinitely backwards and it will naturally extend infinitely to the front. The universe is eternal with respect to local times because the universe never began and also never ends. Newton believed that there was a unique time that was the true time of the universe. He considered everything relative to be false, erroneous.